We are about to perform an alchemical breakdown of the world's most successful sitcom, The Big Bang Theory. This isn't just a show, it's a modern ritual involving Aleister Crowley, L. Ron Hubbard, and the man who birthed the space age, Jack Parsons and his Suicide Squad. First, let's look at some synchronicities between Jim Parsons and Jack Parsons. Okay, they both went to Pasadena. They're both called Parsons. They were both involved with Caltech. Jim Parsons has the Big Bang Boys. Jack Parsons has his Suicide Squad. They were both physicists, and they both had work taken by the government. They also look pretty similar. Now, I looked into Jim Parsons' lineage, and his father is called Milton Parsons, but it says on Wikipedia that everybody called him Jack. So, we will look at 3 timelines. The Crowley timeline, which we are going to do in the first episode, the L1 timeline in the second, and the Jack Parsons timeline in the third. Jack Parsons lived at the parsonage, or the Parson Age, where L. Ron Hubbard lived with him also, and they were doing black magic rituals together. Now, if we look at the surname Parsons and the Parsonage, Parse, so Parse is an alchemical term, P-A-R-S-E, and that is involved in the Negredo phase alchemically. Now, this is technically their Rubedo, but we will be making it our Negredo and breaking it down so we can understand it. Okay, so let's have a look at Sheldon's favourite number, 73, which he wears on his t-shirt all the time. Now, the first thing to notice is 73, the reflection of that is 37, and that is the age that Jack Parsons died at. Now, the official reason they tell us that they use 73 is because it's the 21st prime number, which is 7 times 3 or 3 times 7. Now, it's deeper than that. The 21st prime is also 7 plus 7 plus 7. Now, if you times 21, that's in the 21st prime, by the reflection of 73, 37, 21 times 37 is 777. Now, Aleister Crowley has a very famous book, and possibly the most famous alchemical catalogue that there is, and it's called the Liber 777. Right, now let's have a look at the Big Bang Boys, and we are going to assign them elemental positions. So first of all, we've got Howard as Earth, because he builds things and he's an engineer, and so that's self-explanatory. And then we have Air, which is going to be Raj, and obviously he's an astrophysicist, so that fits nicely as well. And then for Fire, we're going to have Leonard, because he's using lasers and things like that. And then for Water, we're going to have Penny, because she's the waitress, the water, and she flows. And for the Ether, we're going to have Jim Parsons, aka Sheldon. Now, if we pivot off that, Penny being the water waitress, she's symbolic of Mercury, which we'll get into in the second episode. She's also symbolic of the Whore of Babylon. Now, the Whore of Babylon has 7 heads. She carries 7 vials and has 7 angels. So there's another 777. We will assign this timeline the tarot card number 7, which is the Chariot. And now that's controlling 2 opposing forces or sphinxes with will alone. Now, if you look at that with will alone, and then we focus back onto Aleister Crowley, the main saying for the main law in Thelema, which is his religion, is do what thou wilt. So with your will alone you can control things, so do as thou wilt. Now, the 2 sphinxes are white and black, and we are assigning white to Mercury here, which again we'll look into more in the second episode. And the lead is the black, which is the age right now, and that is heavily tied to Aleister Crowley and the satanic Thelemic vibe that there is today. Okay, so using a bit of phonetic alchemy will explain a large reason why we're associating this timeline with lead. Obviously, there's the Aleister Crowley connection that I've just said there, but also there's Sheldon is the lead actor, the lead lead, leading people astray, led down a garden path, etc. So lead is PB, which ties in with the Pasadena, Parsons, parsonage, penny. That ties in with that phonetically. So lead's PB, and it is 82. It's number 82, which we then reflect like the 73 to the 37. We reflect the 82 to 28, which is heavily associated with the moon, and that's the cycle of the moon. Now that will lead us nicely into episode 2, which is representative of the White Sphinx and Mercury and the moon child that they are creating, that we will come to in episode 3. So I'll see you in the other episodes. Thank you.